All right, welcome to Sewanee Sports Academy, the capital of grassroots basketball. I'm Marcus Burnett, joined by Jannard Hartley, as we get ready to bring you 17 and under bracket championship action here. It's going to feature Stackhouse Elite taking on Atlanta Xpress. Jannard, man, thanks for joining me here, man. We've seen a lot of good basketball here on this court here from both of these teams. Your thoughts going into this matchup? What are some of the things you're looking most forward to?
I want to see how Xpress deal with the guard play at Stackhouse. That's the biggest reason why they lost in the first matchup. Very interested to see if Walker's going to have a come-out game. He's been struggling all day and yesterday. It's going to be a great one.
The Walker we are referring to is the young man with the ball. He's number 23, James Walker, also known as MJ, out of Jonesboro High School. He's going to get it over to Purifoy. First name Daniel. He's out of Alabama. Had a very strong semifinal game to help propel Xpress into this championship game. He's going to take the jump shot there, and he'll be just short.
Purifoy has a lot of versatility, inside, outside, great defender. This is the kid we all want to see, Brandon Ingram.
He's out of North Carolina, playing here with this Stackhouse Elite squad, and if you're here local to the Atlanta area, you see some familiar faces. Ahmed Caver, one of them. He has the ball right now, passes it to his North Gwinnett teammate, Owen Lewis, and now it's in the hands of Brandon Ingram. Connor Farrell, also here from the Metro Atlanta area, plays his ball for Rockdale County, and Malik Carter, number 35, will round out the starting five here for Stackhouse Elite, as Ingram's just short on that one. Purifoy a little too strong for Tukey Brown here so far. So we've already talked about Brandon Ingram here for Stackhouse Elite. Ingram number 23. Give us some of the other players that are definitely going to be those that you want to watch here in this game.
I definitely want to watch number 8. What's his number again? Also from Rockdale. Damari Edwards. I really love his size and body at that 2-guard spot. It's going to be a great matchup between him and MJ. I saw Damari go against Damian from Game Elite committee to Pittsburgh not too long ago, earlier today.
Yeah.
Great matchup.
And that sounds a little roster mishap. That's Connor Farrell you're referring to. We want to make sure we get that young man's name right because he's going to be a key part of this game here. I've been impressed with him as well. He's been just one of the examples of how this Stackhouse Elite team has really had a stable, a solid guard play to really complement players like Ingram along the wing and what he's been able to do, as we still have a 0-0 ball game. Just for those that really need to know the context of this particular matchup, both of these teams faced off on Friday night, and it was one of those games where we didn't get to the end of regulation. The clock was stopped with about 2 minutes left, and a Stackhouse Elite 20-point victory. Since then, we've seen Xpress really get more team chemistry going. More of their pieces are in place, and it should make for a very good matchup here, even though it's a 0-0 ball game here early on.
Would you agree that be credited to Tukey?
Yeah. I think Tukey Brown, number 2, who you're going to see help his teammate Daniel Purifoy up after the first part, the front end of that the and-one opportunity. Tukey Brown, number 2, in the orange sleeves for Atlanta Xpress. He's been a very big spark plug for this squad. The do-it-all guard that's currently verbally committed to Mississippi State. He's a very big piece of this Atlanta Xpress puzzle. Your thoughts on his game up to this point?
I love his game. He's a great point guard. I just wish he'd get his teammates a little bit more involved, which he has done outside of the first matchup against Stackhouse Elite. And I think that's going to be the key to success for Xpress. As long as the head of the snake, which is Tukey Brown, as long as he stays straight and keep him going and keep him in the right situation to be successful.
As he has the ball right now, he's guarded by Matt Caver. Caver just knocked down a 3-pointer for Stackhouse Elite. And, you see your Brandon Ingram, who's definitely a highly publicized player. Caver is an unsigned senior guard who does a great job. We see him get the dish on that one to his North Gwinnett Bulldog teammate, and Malik Carter flushes it. We're going to have a timeout here, 5-2. So give us your thoughts on Caver. I think Caver, he's an unsigned senior guard. He's not the biggest guy, but does a great job of using this frame well. What has been your takeaways in seeing him play here at the MPS?
I've been very impressed with him. I think a lot of coaches are scared of of his size at his position. He's really a combo, but he's going to have to play the one. And I think as soon as he just proves to coaches that he has the ability to play the one, I think that he'll be fine.
Yep. Caver, part of that North Gwinnett high school team that we just mentioned. Coach Zach Smith does a great job with those players. You'll see several representatives from that program here throughout this game. Caver with his hands on the first 5 points with Stackhouse Elite. First to Trey Ball, then the assist to Malik Carter. And now here comes Atlanta Express. Purifoy has the baseline cut off by Carter, and now it's in the hands of Lewis. Lewis ahead to Caver. Carter trying to work in traffic. Give me that, says Doral Moore, and here comes Purifoy the other way. Right back on defense is Caver. Behind the back pass to Ingram. Ingram's going to be fouled on the play.
And that's just another example of the point guard play that he has to establish in order to make himself more marketable. It's a great dish.
Nice dish, and we see Ingram at the free throw line with a chance to make them capitalize on it. Beyond Ingram's ability to do what you see him do, we talked throughout the weekend about his demeanor on the court. Elaborate on that a little bit.
His demeanor gives him more of a mature approach to the game. A lot of times kids his age, they want to get shot happy, they want to get going immediately, but he basically allows the game come to him. He allows it to come to him, which makes him more efficient. He's not throwing up shots. He's taking what the defense gives him. And you can't do that when you have such an attack and aggressive mentality towards the game.
Right back on the other end is Ingram. A little bit of miscommunication there on that pass from Caver, but we saw a nice bucket by the 7-footer, Doral Moore, number 45 in the black jersey for Atlanta Express. You've been telling me about it all weekend, the big man's agility at that size.
Absolutely. He's special. Just plain and simple. Obviously, he has a lot of holes in his game that need to be corrected and fixed. But like I told you earlier, feet and hands is the game for a big kid, and he has both of those.
Tukey Brown's going to be fouled. And Doral Moore also has something that you can't teach, buy, or manufacture, and that's height.
Absolutely.
Tukey Brown is going to go to the free throw line. As we mentioned, the verbal commit to Mississippi State. Not one of the biggest players, but boy, is he pound for pound one of the best scorers that you'll see here.
And maybe one of the toughest.
Yeah.
He'll definitely go into the trees. He's not afraid of contact. I love his aggressiveness towards the rim.
Represents that Morgan County High School program. Coach Charlemagne Gibbons does a great job with the state champion Morgan County Bulldogs. Take by Ingram. Nice defense there. Here's Tukey Brown, step through. Give me that, says Ahmad Caver, who blocks more shots than a few. Ingram for three. No good on the shot. Tipped around and brought down by MJ Walker. Now it's in the hands of Purifoy. Purifoy guarded by Lewis. Got 10 minutes, 38 seconds and counting left to play here in the first half. 5-7 ball game. Here's Justin Smith trying to get something done, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Malik Carter. So the ball will stay with the Atlanta Express. And Caver, he doesn't have the same build as Eric Bledsoe. Similar height, but he's very Eric Bledsoe-like as far as you wouldn't expect him to go and get those chase down blocks like he does.
Great comparison. Maybe a little bit better offensively.
Lewis gets that rebound. Very acrobatic putback attempt there by MJ Walker. It won't go down, though. And here's Allende Russell up top. Russell uses the screen set by Carter. Partially blocked, and Lewis is going to be fouled, picking up the pieces. Nine minutes, 56 seconds left to play. Here in the first half, checking into the game for Stackhouse Elite, number 22, Cameron Calhoun.
I really like Calhoun. I'm a fan of Calhoun. I've always been watching him since his 9th grade year in North Gwinnett. He's a special kid. I hope he's able to put it all together.
What are some of the things that you like most about Calhoun's game?
his size, and he guards the ball.
Yes.
He's probably Stackhouse, one of his best defenders on the team. Oh.
Tough spill right there as Caver went up with authority. Going to have that shot blocked there by Purifoy. They're going to call a foul on the play.
I don't know about that one.
Looked like one of those plays to where the contact just made the official want to call something. But, yeah, definitely was all ball. Unfortunate spill. Unfortunate spill for Caver, but we're glad to see him hopping up and going to the free throw line. But back to your point on Calhoun. He really exemplified part of what a lot of people like about his game there on that play. Ball went to the deck, gets it quickly, and was a big reason why they had that fast break there. But love his ability to play hard, and also he always finds a way to get under his opponent's skin.
Always. But, I mean, that's the one thing about defenders. Offensive players, they rarely like them.
Yeah.
They rarely like them. And great matchup with him and Purifoy right now.
As it's a 9-5 ball game after that Caver trip to the free throw line. Brown going to get it over to Purifoy. 21-point semifinal performance for Purifoy against Game Elite. Here's Justin Ravenel off the back of the rim, no good. Ball is going to be tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Xpress. It'll go over to Stackhouse Elite, and we have a substitution for Stack Elite. Is going to be number 5, Darnell Dunn, the high school teammate of Brandon Ingram. And got to give some credit to the namesake of this Stackhouse Elite team, Jerry Stackhouse. He's been having the head coaching duties. He's been here all weekend helping this team, and I think they really reflect the rapport that they've built with him here in their play.
Absolutely, I would agree with that. Stackhouse did a great job of being with these kids. He didn't just show up and start hand-picking them. He's been with these kids since they were middle schoolers for the most part. And went to go get Ingram from his hometown. I mean, you have to applaud him for his efforts with this team.
And I'm thinking that at North Carolina Tar Heel Blue legacy, I'm thinking that probably helps be able to persuade a player like Ingram.
That and being a part of the Pistons, the Atlanta Hawks, the Brooklyn Nets, having the playing career that he had absolutely influenced the kid.
No doubt, an NBA resume always helps. 11-5 ball game. Justin Ravenel gets it to Purifoy. They're looking inside for Darrell Moore. He might have zigged when he should have zagged. And here comes Caver ahead to Calhoun. The drop off and the layup drill for Brandon Ingram.
And see, those are just the intangibles that I love about Calhoun, man. That was such an unselfish play. Get his guy going.
It's an 8-point advantage now. We appreciate you joining us here. We're at Sewanee Sports Academy, the infamous Court 4, which has been home to several championship games and SUV TV broadcasts. As we see that one bounce around, the home bounce for Tukey Brown, who's earned it over the course of the past few days. Calhoun takes it right at the 7-footer, and lives to tell about it. It is an 8-point advantage now for Stack Elite. Tukey Brown with it, guarded by Caver. Out to Justin Ravenel. Back over to Tukey. Tukey tries to split the D. Doesn't have the ball though. Here's Caver.
Great slice. Great back step slice.
What are some of the levels or the different programs that you think might be a good fit for Caver?
I think Caver's definitely a mid-major guard. If he goes outside of mid-major, he would definitely put himself in a hindrance, just because of his size and strength. I think that his athleticism allows him to play a lot bigger than he is, which would be a huge advantage to him to have a successful mid-major career. I talk about the SoCon, the Colonial, the Sun Belts. Those kind of organizations, those conferences are great for his kind of talent. Don't necessarily have to be the best shooter, but being able to finish at the rim and being a great on-ball defender will definitely be an asset for him.
As one solid North Gwinnett guard checks out, another solid North Gwinnett guard checks into the game. Tobias Howard number 1 for Stackhouse Elite, guarding the ball right now. So if your Tukey Brown doesn't get any easier, you've got one Bulldog checking out, another Bulldog coming in to check you. And again, Brown's a Bulldog himself, so should make for a good matchup. Ravenel's off on that one. Darnell Dunn with the rebound, gets it ahead to Howard. Howard take it to right at Tukey, and the layup for Howard makes it a double-digit advantage. 19-7 ball game, advantage Stackhouse Elite.
And that's what I meant when I mentioned the guard play. You see how they just recently rotated another 3 in here. Tukey still out on the court. Yeah.
And we talked about the context of this game, the opening pool play matchup, Stackhouse Elite really defeating Atlanta Express, and it was a game where Express was really out of sorts. We all knew that they would play better than they did in that particular outing. But here we're seeing Stackhouse Elite say, hey, we've scouted you guys. We've been doing our homework all weekend. We know you guys played a lot better than you did in game 1. At the end of the day, we're still going to play our way, and we think it's going to be good enough.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think everybody has enjoyed watching Stackhouse Elite play, not only, during the scheduled games, but also they had a game where a team forfeited yesterday, and, as opposed to going back to the hotel or maybe, taking it easy, those guys chose to have an inter-squad scrimmage there on court 5.
Yes, they did. They had a little mini practice.
Can't beat it. That jump shot's no good. That's taken there by Tyrell Johnson. Farrell gets it in the corner to Calhoun. Calhoun with the crossover. Howard going to try a 3 from the corner. He's too strong on that one. Here comes Johnson the other way. Takes it right down the middle. A little bit of contact, not enough for a foul call. Johnson unhappy about it. Darnell Dunn going to take it in for the easy lay-in. 21-7 ball game. We're starting to see some AAU season legs here by Atlanta Express. A little bit of energy out of this team right now. Tukey Brown's going to draw the foul there. You don't see him really complain about fouls much. He definitely expected that one to be called.
Yeah, he did. But you can see how the guards are starting to wear him down as this game goes along. I mean, he's going to have to get some help from a lot of other kids. MJ Walker, he's going to need to really, really step up as he sits on the bench. And I think Purefoy, he's not been giving us the same game we've been seeing all weekend.
Yeah. I think part of that, Cameron Calhoun, since he's coming to the game, he's done a good job on Purefoy. Really making sure he's always in his space. I think another player, Justin Ravenel, number 1 in the black jerseys for Atlanta Express, he's going to have to help shoulder that load. Yeah. And the Green Forest Christian Academy guard is definitely capable of doing that. But make no mistake, it's not going to be an easy task. There's no liability at all on the defensive end here for this Stackhouse Elite team. Tobias Howard with it. Gets it to Darnell Dunn. Dunn spinning around a lot of trees. Here's Russell. Russell decides to get it out of that rock and a hard place over there. Just over 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Here's Russell. They're looking inside for Dunn. He's going against a 7-footer. Doesn't care, but he misses the shot. Here comes Tukey Brown. 1-on-2 fast break. And there was contact on that play. Tukey a little lucky. He had kind of lost his footing there.
Definitely. Made a decision, nowhere to go.
So that will send Brown to the free throw line. Really enjoyed watching him this past high school season. Helped lead Morgan County to the state championship, and some very good games against Buford High School, which features DeMarcus Simons, Rakeem Lubin. Those two had some key matchups. They played each other 3 times during the course of the season. Morgan County took the first, Buford took the second, and the tiebreaker was a state championship for Morgan County. Brown brings them to within 11 points. 4:50 and counting left to play here in the first half. Lewis with it. Gets it over to Ingram. Ingram is, relatively speaking, you could say he's a camouflage star of this Stackhouse team. You can see instances where you see the player, widely recognized and highly touted. And then there's instances where, he's just, another member on the team, just takes it easy, moves the ball around. You talked about it, what you were looking to see from him. And not that you were complaining, but it's almost like he's more unselfish than you may have wanted him to be.
Exactly. I feel like there were certain times where he should have took over and he didn't. That's just him wanting to be a good teammate, wanting to keep his teammates involved and not be about him. And, you can't do anything but applaud that kid.
This Connor Farrell, too strong on that shot. They're going to say it's off of Xpress last. So with 4 minutes, 24 seconds left to play here in the first half, Justin Ravenel inbounds it to Tukey Brown. Kind of an extended sit for MJ Walker of Atlanta Express. Purifoy trying to go to work on Owen Lewis. Great defense right there by Lewis. We're going to have a foul against Trey Kalina. A lot of hype for Express. Darrell Moore goes to the bench. And you bring in another 7-footer, Trey Kalina, out of North Cobb Christian School in his place. As Malik Carter going to check back into the game for North Gwinnett. And Carter's raised some eyebrows here with his play as well. Being able to knock down the 15-footers, play inside. What's been your synopsis of his role in this team so far this weekend?
I think that he's been a good glue guy. Great finisher under the rim. A lot of loose balls, rebounds, even though he didn't get that one right there. But he's been a great counterpart for Brandon Ingram.
Looking to go inside. He's got a mouse in the house in the form of Justin Ravenel. Going to spin and going to be a foul against Ravenel, so that's going to send Malik Carter to the free throw line. Still an 11-point advantage for Stackhouse Elite. 3 minutes, 29 seconds left, and looking at it from a glass half empty, half full perspective, Stackhouse Elite has definitely had the momentum. It's been tough for Express to get things going, but they're still only down by 11 points.
Absolutely. And there's plenty of time in this ball game for him to get back in. I really think that it rides on the shoulders of MJ Walker. Once he gets going, this team will kind of rally around him, and Tukey will take him to the top.
As Darrell Moore checks back into the game. He's number 45 in the black jerseys for Atlanta Express. Splitting the pair of free throws is Malik Carter. And here comes Express the other way. Ravenel cross court to Purifoy. Brown with it. Floater. Atlanta Express, usually a good rhythm is going when you can see Tukey Brown get a couple of those off. I believe that's maybe his second floater attempt of the game. The other one was a foul. But with him really being able to get into the teeth of the defense, I think that's going to be key to get some of these other pieces going. That's an easy foul to call there against Tyrell Johnson. I honestly can't tell you, what Brandon Ingram's voice sounds like here. You just never see. He's just a quiet player. I mean, I've seen a couple guys try to rattle him or, try to trash talk him a little bit. I mean, the guy just plays ball, man.
You gotta love that in a kid, man. To be honest, no facial expressions either. I mean, he hasn't been upset, hasn't been overly happy.
I wouldn't want to play poker against him. It's now a 12-point advantage. 2 minutes, 47 seconds and counting. Brown with it. He just knocked down a floater. Last possession, he's going to get it to Johnson. The backdoor cut by Ravenel. He's got defenders waiting on him, and Cameron Calhoun steps in and takes the charge there. How much of this is what Atlanta Express is doing wrong versus just what Stackhouse Elite is doing right?
I think that Stackhouse Elite are doing a great job of helping the helper. No one person is just guarding the ball. You got 4 guys, 1 foot in the paint. That was a great example of Calhoun rotating for the charge. I mean, Stackhouse Elite is doing a great job defensively, but I do believe that Express can potentially get the ball in some other people's hands and not just being perimeter oriented.
See Ingram No good on the first attempt. Second attempt goes. 14-point advantage for Stackhouse Elite. Tough jump shot right there by Tukey Brown. He feels he was hit on the shot, but either way, that is the deepest two-pointer you can possibly take without even one pass being made on offense.
That's an example of what I mean as far as getting other people involved offensively and not just playing perimeter, shooting perimeter shots.
Yeah. And part of what makes Tukey great is part of what was his just a flaw on that possession, because he's the type, he felt his team really needed a bucket there. He was just looking to try and get him one. Maybe not the best shot, but a player like Tukey Brown, you don't second guess him much just because of the productivity that he has. But we see Malik Carter showing his ability to knock down that J, as it's now a 16-point advantage for Stackhouse Elite. And if you're Atlanta Express, you can't get to halftime soon enough. Here's Purifoy looking to assert himself a little bit. Just off on the shot. Ingram over to Caver. Caver for three. Stackhouse Elite just, figuratively speaking, kind of pinning the ears back and just playing on offense right now. I mean, they're playing very loosey-goosey out there.
They're very loose, very loose.
I mean, Ahmad Caver, his ability to play is no secret going into this weekend, but he's definitely got some SUV TV archives over the past 3 days that some coaches will want to take a look at.
Tough shot.
Splash by Tukey Brown, but again, the last 3 possessions for Atlanta Express, it's just been one-on-one, see what you can get. Russell's going to step into a 3, and he knocks that one down. Could have been a potential 4-point play there. And it's now a 20-point advantage for Stackhouse Elite as we approach the 30-second mark. Crossover by Tukey. He's going to get it to Ravenel. As this Atlanta Express team just totally out of rhythm right now. And as I stated, I think they really just need halftime to kind of sit, settle down, and really talk about some of the things that they can do to get more of a flow on offense, because a one-on-one offense is not going to beat the Stackhouse Elite team.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
There's Caver. Kicks it out to Ingram. He's been silky from the corner so far here in this tournament. As it's now a 23-point advantage. And that will do it for the first half. You're watching the 17 and under bracket championship here at the Norman Parker Showcase. Marcus Burnett joined by Jannard Hartley, and we'll be back after halftime. And welcome back to Court 4 here at Sewanee Sports Academy as we get ready to jump back into the 17 and under bracket championship. It is a 37-14 ball game, been a landslide so far. Stackhouse Elite playing to the same tune that they've been rolling with really the entire tournament. Malik Carter has it. I'm Marcus Burnett, joined by Jannard Hartley. As we see Malik Carter say, welcome to the second half, ladies and gentlemen. He knocks down his second jumper of the game.
Between him and Ingram, they have a great inside-outside punch.
Purifoy has it up top. He's got Connor Farrell guarding him. Kicks it to Davis. Davis to Darrell Moore. Darrell Moore no good on that shot. Here comes Kaver the other way. 25-point advantage. For Stackhouse Elite trying to make it 28 is Farrell. He misses that one. And MJ Walker back into the game after sitting for the majority of the first half. Tukey Brown, tough shot right there. This Stackhouse Elite team giving no soup so far. Farrell takes the body and gets the deuce. I mean, I not trying to beat the drum redundantly, but you just really see a dejected Atlanta Express team. The body language is just tough not to kind of acknowledge at this point. It's been a Stackhouse Elite team that they lost by 22 early on.
Great take by Ingram.
Brandon Ingram at the free throw line. Tyrell Johnson checks back into the game for Atlanta Express. Darrell Moore going to have a seat. So Ingram knocks down the second free throw. It's now a 30-point advantage for Stackhouse Elite. Purifoy going to try a three. Kaver gets it to Lewis along the baseline. Countless times they've done that, whether it be in practice or the games there at North Gwinnett. They do it here just 5 minutes away from their high school campus. As Purifoy draws the foul. So now I think the question is going to be, how does Atlanta Express compete? You know, given the deficit that they face. They continue to play hard, try to cut into this gap. As Purifoy answers that question.
Absolutely.
As far as what his intentions are there with that drive.
He's definitely going to be a key factor in them getting back into this game.
They trail by 30. Tukey Brown trying to turn the defense up. And on Kaver. Kaver with a tough shot, no good. Malik Carter has his back on the rebound. He's fouled. As this is this is the Atlanta Express version of kind of going small, relatively speaking. They've got Tyrell Johnson in there guarding Malik Carter. They've got both Darrell Moore and Trey Kalina on the bench. 13 minutes, 10 seconds left to play here in this second half. As Malik Carter knocks down the second free throw. MJ Walker with the ball up top. Gets it to Purifoy at the elbow. He's going to get called for the travel.
Trying to do too much there.
Yeah. And Purifoy is going to have to be able to show the mid-range game off a little bit here in this one. He's got the shorter Lewis guarding him now. They've done a good job of not really letting him get to the third level on the drives. And have to show a little bit of mid-range as Caver off the mark on that one. Haven't been able to say that much here in this tournament. We have 3 new substitutions set to check back in for Stackhouse Elite. Walker up top, guarded by Connor Farrell. Kicks it out to Purifoy. Purifoy for 3. Too strong on that one. Rebound by Ingram. Ingram going to put the move on Justin Smith. No good. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Owen Lewis. Checking into the game for Stackhouse Elite. Number 5, Darnell Dunn. Number 22, Cameron Calhoun. Number 3, Allende Russell. And number 1, Tobias Howard. So fresh bodies back into the game for Stackhouse Elite. Purifoy going to be fouled on the floor as he continues to fight out there. You kind of feel some of the body language that you see for Atlanta Express. You kind of see it in the crowd as well. There's everybody had kind of tagged this as a get your popcorn ready matchup based off of the first, the outcome of the first game and just the momentum Atlanta Express had taken into this game along with Stackhouse Elite. And you kind of see the letdown both on the court and off the court.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Walker uses the ball screen, almost gets tripped up. Also, D'Angelo Wilcher into the game for Atlanta Express. He's number 22. Easy offensive foul to call there. It goes against MJ Walker, and that's the second charge of the game taken by Cameron Calhoun.
Told you, one of the best defenders in the tournament this weekend.
He's got 2 charges taken, 2 scrums on the floor where he's picked up 50-50 balls on the floor. There's a lot of different things for any team that he plays on, does Cameron Calhoun, number 22 for Stackhouse Elite. They turn the ball over there. Here's Xpress. Purifoy. Nice get back right there.
Maybe that would be something to help jolt the Express, put some life in them just a little bit.
Calhoun tries to come right back at him, misses it, goes after his miss. Purifoy with the rebound. Gotta love the first step he showed on that last play in the explosion. They get it back to him. He and Calhoun gonna get a little bit more closely acquainted, decides to pull up the 3 on that one and knocks that one down. Purifoy's here to play. We'll see how many of Express are gonna join with him as the Red Sea parts. He's not Moses, but his name's Tobias, and he gets that one to go, making it a 21-50 ball game. That's too easy, especially if you're down as much as Express is trying to claw back into this one. It's been put a quarter in Purifoy and let him go so far. Welcher with it, spins. Nice defense right there. Misses it. MJ Walker gets the loose ball and gets the layup to go. Walker's first points of the game.
Yeah, the defense has been really, really crowding Walker, not allowing him to do the things that he likes to do.
Walker has one 30-point game here in the Norman Parker Showcase. That shot missed by Tyrell Johnson. He's going to go to the free throw line. can appreciate the way Purifoy is playing right now. You know, I think with, you know, the travel circuit, obviously you want to be able to get wins, but even if you're at an instance to where the win may or may not be possible, not to say it's mathematically impossible in this one, but even if you lose, coaches still want to see how you compete.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Purifoy showing that here in this one. It's Tukey Brown coming back into the game for Atlanta Express. Along with a couple other substitutions. Justin Ravenel back into the game. Justin Smith's going to have a seat.
They still have 6 players. Oh, okay.
You're right. They were about to have 6, but Tyrell Johnson joins Justin Smith on the bench. And it's now a 24-50 ball game. Just over 9 minutes left to play. Brown going to get called for the reach in there. Stackhouse Elite defeated the Georgia Stars Elite squad in the semis to be able to make it to this point, while Atlanta Express had a victory over Game Elite. Tobias Howard draws another foul. He'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2. It's got to be tough if you're Atlanta Express. You've got Ahmad Caver who's created some problems, got others involved, knocked down shots. He goes to the bench, and then you got a fresh Tobias Howard that comes in. Stack has done a great job with the substitutions throughout the entire weekend.
Definitely keeping fresh bodies out there on the court. Wearing down the Tukey Brown. Oh.
Lob up top, just short is Purifoy. Fouled on the second attempt. We were already impressed with Purifoy coming into this game. And definitely seeing an impressive effort here, even though his team trails by 27 points.
I don't know about you, but I think after this win, I think Stackhouse might deserve the right to be called the best team in the state of Georgia this year.
I mean, when you look at some of the teams that will be in that conversation, Atlanta Express, they'll have a couple checks in those boxes. Georgia Stars Elite, have a check in that box. They also defeated Game Elite. So, I mean, if you got another team to throw at them, I think they're accepting all takers. Tukey Brown short on that one. Here's Tobias Howard ahead. Easy layup drill. This is now a 32-point ball game. Wiltshire off on the shot. Rebound by Purifoy. Purifoy out of Bibb County High School in Alabama. Russell up top. Russell out of Mays High School here in the Atlanta area. Darnell Dunn trying to get the 7-footer off of him. Going to get called for extending that arm. Number 23, MJ Walker, checks back into the game for Atlanta Express. Purifoy drives baseline, floater short, gets his own rebound. Ravenel with the stop and pop is short, but the exact opposite into Raul Moore gets the tip dunk to go. And right back at you comes Darnell Dunn for Stackhouse Elite. Walker kicks it out to Brown. Tukey Brown for 3. No good. Nice box out by Dunn. He's going to get it ahead to Calhoun. Calhoun with Purefoy in pursuit. As he returns the favor, maybe not the same exact play as when Purefoy got him and made the above the rim play, but close to it as we see Brown go up top. The dish to Darrell Moore and Stackhouse Elite going to get a timeout. That's Stackhouse still teaching even though his team's up by 30. So man, let's look at your hoops lineage. You know, play high school ball at Whitfield Academy, a program that is definitely well known here in the Atlanta area. Was Coach Tyrone there when you were there too?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Absolutely.
Explain the importance of playing for a coach like that.
Coach Johnson was really big on toughness. He was able to recruit a lot of talent in the area, but his biggest thing was he wanted us to be the toughest team in the state of Georgia, and I think that we did that. Went to the state championship 3 times out of 4 years of high school, was unable to get me one thanks to Dwight Howard, Javaris Crittenton, J.J. Hickson, the list continues. And the six seniors of Wilkinson County with Scenario Hillman and company. So it was a rough task for us, but, you know, I definitely contribute a lot of my accolades collegiately thanks to you know, the foundation that I have from Whitfield Academy. Yeah,
Coach Johnson does a great job, and you were able to go on and play collegiate ball at Campbell University. We see, you know, several more of his players playing at the collegiate level as well. Kenny Gaines at UGA, Takel Cotton that played for that solid Wichita State team that had that great run during this season. Also, Takel, you know, being able to cover him in high school and broadcast a lot of his games, always knew he could play, but never saw him show the ups that he showed on that SportsCenter top 10 play when he went baseline, man.
A lot of that had to do with a lot of the drilling, man.
Yeah.
Kel don't really get up like that. But definitely, we support our alumni very well, man. You know, we're proud of those guys representing us well. Looking forward to Eric Lockett doing some of the same things.
Yep. Really seen Eric Lockett perform with his Aim High teammates during last spring-summer season, as they were able to capture a championship or two here at the infamous Court 4, playing for Coach Bird. No good on that shot. It's Tukey Brown. Here comes Calhoun the other way. Russell going to try 3 of his own, no good, but Darnell Dunn, who's been battling, doing the blue-collar work inside all weekend, can't get that one to go. Ravenel up ahead to Tukey. Just getting a little back and forth. Both teams just kind of killing some time right now. Xpress continuing to play. Stackhouse Elite just kind of matching bucket for bucket. So if you had to put together, based on the 17 and under bracket, the teams that you saw, give me an all-tournament team in your opinion.
Obviously, you start with the best kid in the tournament with Brandon Ingram. You know what I mean? Then I would definitely go into Purefoy. I definitely like Malik Beasley for the Georgia Stars.
Yep.
Wish I got to see his counterpart. Will, the commit to UConn. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to finish through the tournament. I also enjoyed Game Elite, Damian.
Yeah, Damon Wilson.
I also enjoyed him. That would have been my starting 5 out of this tournament.
Yeah.
Couple of honorable mentions would probably be I have to go with Caver from Stackhouse Elite, and, you know, Tukey Brown, obviously with them being in the championship.
Yeah. Yeah, can't argue with your list at all. A couple other players that were definitely on the radar here in this game were, here in this tournament. Marcus Sheffield for Game Elite, also a solid performance. Loves how he love how he uses his length to be able to score the ball. That's Cameron Calhoun. I'll tell you what, man, they're up by 30. He didn't appreciate that little move and that dunk where Purifoy left him, and he's been trying to get back. We've seen him punish the rim these past couple times.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I mean, that's what I like about him, the competitive spirit. You know, it takes a guy like that to be the kind of defender that he is. Yeah. You know, to take a lot of things, a lot of plays personally, and to want to get back on the other end.
You know, Justin Young, he sent out a tweet saying that he loved the Stackhouse Elite team chemistry, and that not only do they play, do they listen and learn from Coach Stackhouse, but those kids will run through a wall for him.
Absolutely.
And I think a kid like Cameron Calhoun probably literally would try to run through a wall. He might even be able to, man.
Yeah, he's that tough.
It's got to be solid brick, man. It just can't be any kind of brick, man. It's got to be fortified, man. And that is going to do it in impressive fashion. Not only does Stackhouse Elite come and win the 17 and under bracket, but 2 times in one weekend, they stopped the game before 3 zeros hit the clock as they defeat Atlanta Xpress. I'm Marcus Burnett. He's Jannard Hartley. We appreciate you watching all weekend here on the Sports Utility Vehicle and SUV TV, powered by Ballers Bridge. Thanks for joining us.